it, clap your hands. Big up to my good vibes, you see me. Make sure you are showing up for yourself and loving yourself to infinity and beyond. Now let us get into the video. Indeed we shall. Pay a like, pay a comment, pay a sub, pay attention. Let's get it.
Y'all like to always say that we don't got no powers and that powers are fake and that we crazy and we in psychosis. So what do you call this right here? Or this. Or how about this? You see, these people that I just showed you, they practice Qigong. They practice prana. They practice honing their ki, which is also your chi, your life force, the ether. This is what we call ashe. A lot of us say ashe at the end of a sentence, but it's really ashe is all around us. You know what I'm saying? All these people understand that the universe is mental. Everything is mental. This is why Morpheus told Neo in the movie Matrix that, do you think that my muscles have anything to do with how strong I am in here? And then he goes to ask Neo, do you think that's air you're breathing? See, we done been tricked, lied to, bamboozled about a lot of different things here in America. And you know, we're coming to the realization that we are the true Israelites, the gods of the realm, you know what I'm saying? All these stories of Jesus, which his real name is Yeshua, the Anunnaki, all these godlike beings, they may have existed. But at the end of the day, the Bible is about you. The Bible is about the human anatomy. It also originates from Helios Biblios, which means sun book, because it was the study of the stars. Even in the Bible, they ask in the Bible, canst thou bring forth the Mazareth? The Mazareth is the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 constellations, for all you Bible thumpers that say astrology is not in the Bible. Because the Bible took everything that it knows from ancient texts. We are star children. We are children of God. Therefore, we are gods and goddesses. And if we come from the stars, that means that we are one with the stars. So this is why we studied the celestial bodies. This is why we sunbathed and sun gazed. You get what I'm saying? We are quite literally everything that is around us. We perceive reality due with these little peepers right here, but we're the ones projecting it through our mind, our brain. Remember, God resides in the pineal gland. This is the seat of the soul and the seed of the soul. This is why manifestation happens like that. And your prayers don't typically tend to happen. And they can, but they only happen when you believe the prayer is going to come true. And I'll add one last thing so I can make this a short video. Look up the Gateway process, the Gateway experiment done by the CIA, where they were trying to study the human limitations of the mind. And these people have achieved super strength, telekinesis, amongst a bunch of other different supernatural abilities. Once again, this is a declassified file, and these were true experiments that they were doing. And this is a part of where the Stranger Things, the TV series, comes from.
Facts. He's speaking facts. If you agree or disagree, leave a comment, but he really spitting bars right now. So, let me know.
Fasting is going to help you reach your full potential, okay? Because fasting purifies you and perfects you in every single area of your life. Fasting is not about your physical body. No, not first and foremost. Sure, you'll get lean off of fasting, but fasting is a sacred, spiritual, and soulful discipline meant to shed the excess off your mind first. Shed the excess flesh, the excess that's weighing you down off your spirit, so that you can transform and transcend as a being, okay? Your physical body is just a manifestation, a representation of what's going on internally. But fasting through autophagy, look it up, through ketosis, look it up, is going to constantly cleanse you, constantly heal you, constantly help you connect to source and think your highest thoughts. Feel your best, live your best, be your best, do your best, live your best, okay? You're gonna be nature. You're gonna return to that sun when you start fasting. And you're gonna see that you are truly God.
Jesus was woke and spiritual, and that's exactly why they killed him. Psalms 82 verse 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Yet you see most religious people telling you you're not a god, you're not like God, but why did Jesus say it then? Like I have said many times, everything is one. Everything is connected to everything. Science nowadays is just the explanation of magic back then. Science and magic are one and the same. So back then, Jesus understood that everything is one, everything is connected. So when he said, ye are gods, it doesn't mean we're each individual gods. We're all God itself. But we're our own individual people, which means gods, technically. But we're all the totality of God itself. And if you study quantum physics enough, it will tell you that. You will come to this understanding. And that is exactly what woke and spiritual people try to tell you nowadays. Everything is one. Everything is connected. Nothing is separate from anything. And this is the point when you reach spiritual enlightenment, because most people will never understand the concept of everything is connected. Nothing is separate from anything.
Facts. Once again, John 10:34 also says the same thing, as well as 2 Corinthians 6:16, which says that ye are the temple of the living God. So you just can't tell religious people that they're God, because they're, they think you committing some kind of blasphemy or something. But it's in the Bible. So let me know your thoughts. Don't shoot the messenger.
We must remember that fasting for a long time has been a part of spiritual traditions, a tradition of atonement, breaking dependency, breaking food addiction, reconnecting us back to the source within us, reconciling, deepening our connection. That's what it's all about. It's not to be confused with eating disorders, anorexia. It is a ceremony. It is a ritual of discipline, of us coming into our power, of becoming a rebirth to our new self as we balance our self, our essence, our harmony, our aura. We are sharpening, we are hypening our senses, our energies. So not to be confused with those other things. This is a divine calling, a sacred shedding. And those who know, they glow. They flow within this. They are obedient to the calling, So answer the call, hold fast. It has been practiced for a long time. In Christianity, Jesus, 40 days, 40 nights. Buddha, Muhammad, we have role models that have left the tools for us. So let's follow them. Let's lead in our energy. Let's take our power back and flow in divine harmony. Okay? Ashe.
This is why I've slowed down on my spiritual videos, and this is why I might eventually stop making spiritual content. So I've reached enlightenment, and it's taught me a lot. I've been meditating every day for about a year. I've put in weeks, months of research into Buddhism, Hinduism, Stoicism, Taoism, quantum physics, the laws of the universe, time, reincarnation, history, conspiracy theories, psychedelics. I took every spiritual concept I could find and tried to dissect it and incorporate it into my life. I went alkaline vegan, I started doing yoga, and I remember this one meditation, I'll never forget it. I was thinking about all of those concepts I was just talking about. I was thinking about myself and my place in the universe. It was like God smacked me in the face with a baseball bat. None of this shit is real. Am I denying that it's being experienced? No. But does it fundamentally exist without my observation or my thoughts and opinions about it? No, none of this shit is real. So if none of this shit is real, then what am I? I was just looking and looking and looking, trying to find myself. And there is no self, there is no me. Even us being in a universe is a concept. There is no such thing as a universe, it's just you. Every person on this planet is you. So when people ask me what happens when we die, bro, how do you die if you're every person on this planet? You were never alive in the first place. This life and human existence you're experiencing is not something that's actually happening. This is a hallucination happening inside of your own mind. And there's no way for me to get you guys to experience that or understand it. You can meditate every day, or you can never meditate. You can believe in Jesus Christ, you can be spiritual. You can be an asshole, you can be a great person. It makes zero difference. There's nothing you have to do, there's nothing to accomplish, there's nowhere to be. And I could honestly go on forever about this shit. I have such a deep understanding about consciousness and this reality around me. It's just draining, it's fucking pointless bickering with a bunch of people in my TikTok comments all the time. It doesn't matter what anybody believes, because your belief is nothing more than a belief. Your thoughts are nothing more than thoughts. Reality does not exist in the form of thoughts. It doesn't exist in the form of beliefs or ideas. It's just you. And you can take that information and you can be depressed about it, or you can feel empowered. It makes no difference. The world around you is an illusion, and so is your sense of self. You exist as a thought. Every day you have 70,000 thoughts, and every day 95% of those 70,000 thoughts are repeated. That's what makes up you. That's what makes up your personality. If you can manage to pull yourself outside of that thought loop that makes you, you'll get everything that I'm fucking saying. And it's beautiful. It's bliss. It's heaven. But I'm kind of over spiritual TikTok, because I get where a lot of people are coming from. You go through life feeling like you're a victim to its circumstances. All of a sudden you get shown a whole new world of shit you never heard nothing about. And you start to see how your mind is intertwined with the reality around you. You start to feel energy. You start to perceive things different. Because we got so many young people waking up to it. It's like y'all believe anything that you're told. A random spiritual TikTok will snowball and turn into a huge conspiracy theory. And everybody's trying to figure it out. And I'm just like, man, I'm over all this shit. Just be present. Keep your mind clear and chill out. Ain't nothing more to it.
Y'all think he reached enlightenment? Or have any of y'all reached enlightenment? And if you have, let me know if you feel the same way as him. I'd like to hear it.
The higher that you vibrate, the more condensed your DNA, your waveform is. The lower that you vibrate, the more wide in range your waveform is. And so this is called cymatics, which is the biological response of the DNA in reaction to light and electromagnetic frequency. And so let's go back to the amino acids. You have 64 amino acids in the DNA. You only use 20, which means you have 44 potential codes of information that you've never unlocked. And so we're talking about human potential. You don't know how great of a human you can become because you've never experienced your full DNA unlock. And so now why is this important? In order to access them strands of information within the DNA, aka them 44 amino acids, you have to be vibrating high. Now, not only is the language that you comprise to and the conception subscribe to, in the perception of yourself, aka the third dimensional perspective of yourself that you subscribe to, keeping you in a low vibration, but your own emotions and your own perception of yourself is keeping you in a low vibration. So happiness, joy, and all the feelings of the higher self, okay, actually unlock DNA, because since the waveform is condensed, it's able to electromagnetically and cymatically strike more strands of genetic coding in the DNA and unlock these amino acids. But if the more negative about yourself that you think, okay, the less of your DNA you're able to unlock. And so we're talking about going in God mode As the mind elevates and ascends, the body will follow. The body is only evolving and developing according to the understanding of the mind. And so once again, if you look in the mirror and you say I'm ugly, that's low weight. Not only is that a low level of consciousness, not only are you saying that in the alpha beta state, aka the lowest frequency of vernacular expression, not only is your Adam's apple comprising your reality to compute your false illusional and delusional perception of yourself, but also genetically, you locking yourself away from your full human potential because you're giving off low emotional waves within yourself cymatically. And so we are actually cursed, and there's been a spell casted upon humanity by occultic practitioners who just so misfortunately and mishappily happen to be geniuses in the world of science, to where they can take magic and they can take science and combine it into one and put this giant spell on humanity.
Let me quit playing with y'all about manifesting and going and put y'all on to what the ancestors used real quick. Bank dirt. Yep, dirt from the steps of a bank. That dirt got money energy. Put it in your money bowl, dress your money candle. You touching wealth at the root. Tears. Your tears are sacred. Cry on your altar. Cry on your journal. That's a raw and emotional currency. Blood. Just a little drop seals commitment. That's your life force though, so don't play with it unless you're serious. Spit, your word is your bond, and your spit is your DNA. Close petition with your DNA. That's power. Ash and fire. You're going to burn what's blocking you. You're going to write it, you're going to light it, and then you're going to watch it leave. A brown paper bag. You're going to tear it, not cut it. You're going to write it, you're going to light it, and you're going to watch it leave. Now, all of this is hoodoo, root work, and ancestral magic. Don't let the internet distract you. The power is already in your hands. What would possess me to say something like that to y'all? Oh my goodness.
I hope you're hungry, because you're about to eat. Heaven is showering you with love, blessings, gifts. You are so powerful in the spirit. Your bloodline is powerful. 28 on the clock. You are in divine harmony and alignment, 33, to receive everything that's owed to you. You are the heir. You're about to be supremely wealthy, AF, exact words. You're stepping into your leadership role, and you are a high-ranking warrior who's made to do incredible things. There's about to be a movement in the earth, and that movement is going to start with you, and it's going to happen because of you. All your good karma is coming back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and runneth over. People are going to be sick of you. But so many people are going to work with you. So many people are going to want to connect with you. People are going to need you for where God is doing and where God is taking you. I didn't do a part 2 immediately because God said, wait, he had more to add to it. So there you go, conquerors. This one was for you.
I received that. Type received in the comments if y'all received that as well. Let me know.
All right, blood type. Oh, I got something for you. So you a warrior, right? So that means you got to come with heart. And when you come with heart, guess what that does? That wake up the brain. Who represents the brain? But blood type A. All right. So you such a warrior that blood type O, when you wake up the lungs. Guess who represents the lungs? Blood type B. And guess what? When you wake up, because you have waken up the lungs, so that means we can breathe. You have waken up the brain, so that means we can think. You are the heart. It take heart to do so much. So guess what else is in tune? That third eye. Blood type AB represents that third eye. Blood type O, wake up. You the warrior. We need you, baby. Let's go.
I gotta elevate. I gotta elevate. I gotta elevate. I've been praying to God for a better way. I concentrate on my goals and I meditate. Make sacrifices, put time and I dedicate. I gotta elevate. I'ma make sure the family forever straight. They wouldn't listen, now I gotta devastate. I'm on your ass and I won't let you get away. I gotta elevate. I've been praying to God for a better way. I concentrate on my goals and I meditate. Make sacrifices, put time and I dedicate. I gotta elevate. I'ma make sure the family forever straight. They wouldn't listen, now I gotta devastate. I'm on your ass and I won't let you get away. I gotta elevate. These niggas got it.
Power in the blood is very true. There is power in the blood. But I'm not talking about the blood of Jesus. I'm talking about the blood of your ancestors, the blood of your lineage. Your ancestors are still very present with you, living through you, walking with you. And when you call on their names, when you edify and uplift your ancestors, you activate that power in that blood. Somebody in your bloodline done went through the exact same thing that you're going through today. The circumstances may be a little different, but there was still a mountain that had to be climbed. There were still challenges and trials and tribulations that had to be overcome. And somebody did it some kind of way, because you are the fact, you are the proof that it happened. Your bloodline didn't go extinct. Y'all still here. So that means there is still some fight left in you, in that blood. There is power in the blood. When you connect with your ancestors, when you begin to do the work of venerating them, you activate the strength of everybody that came before you. And you encourage the strength of everybody that's going to come after you. You are the bridge. You are the catalyst. You are what's going to restore victory to your lineage. Everything that your bloodline has lost, you are here now to restore that by activating that power in the blood. That's a very true statement, but it's not Jesus. And that's not to denounce, Christianity for nobody that feel no type of way. If that's what you practice, if that's what you believe, hold true to that. But I said what I said. There is power in the blood. Stand up and be accounted for. Don't let your ancestors' struggles and sacrifices and things that they had to overcome and go through just lay down and die in vain. Because that blood's still flowing through you. Everything that they were able to accomplish, even if they didn't see it to fruition, they made it to a certain point. Now it's your turn to pick up that baton and keep it going, because there's still power in that blood. When you call their names, you activate that power. When you honor them, you activate that power. When you heal these generational curses, you activate that power. When you have dreams that they couldn't fathom, you are activating that power. When you change the way things are being done for yourself, you are activating that power. It's that blood that's keeping you moving. Some of y'all come from some very mighty bloodlines. Some of y'all had some warriors in y'all bloodline, some praying people, some people of faith, some people practicing hoodoo, some people, that understood the laws of nature, that understood how to connect to God and not just the God of the Bible. There is still power in that blood. So you're going to waste it or you're going to activate it. What you going to do? Barbecue or mildew. There's power in that blood.
Okay, so I know a lot of people are not going to like that. As far as, the religious folks. But if you could just excuse your religion for a minute, and understand what she's saying. So let me tell y'all, because it kind of made me think about something as she was speaking. It made me think about a few things, but one thing in particular, the night before my father passed away, I was by his bed and I told him, it's okay. It's okay. You can pass the baton now. So it hit me. We gotta pick up where, some of our loved ones left off. So, that's just food for thought. But let me know if you guys agree, disagree. Let me know in the comments.
Part 4, y'all. The mysteries of blood type in your spiritual awakening. Unlocking the cosmic secrets of blood and soul connections. Let's get into the next blood type. Cosmic alchemists. Type AB. Type AB individuals, the rarest blood type, are described as cosmic souls here to transmute opposites. With the ability to integrate dualities into new mystical syntheses, they often feel they don't fit into earthly labels. Their channeling of frequencies beyond the physical plane manifests as a sense of not belonging or detachment from common affairs. To activate their spiritual gifts, Type AB individuals must learn to embrace their strange qualities rather than hide them to fit in. Meditation on integrating polarities helps them accept both their humanity and divinity, while holistic healing and mystical arts, like astrology, unlock their power as cosmic alchemists. Whoo! Hey yo, shout out to the blood type AB. Y'all some powerful beings. So don't y'all ever forget that. And you know, you might want to be a little stingy with giving away your life force. Leave what y'all think about this in the comments below. Part 5 coming up very soon. Stay tuned. Peace and one love.
Bloodlines are more powerful than you think. For example, Michael Jackson, arguably the greatest entertainer, musician ever. And, well, I saw a video with one of his sisters, LaToya, and she's like, oh yeah, my cousin, Stevie Wonder.
Oh, right.
My cousin, Samuel L. Jackson. There's another Jackson. So bloodlines, you know, Sigmund Freud's daughter is kind of the founder of child psychology. So there's many examples when you look at smart people. Winston Churchill's, he came from a bloodline of very intelligent people and powerful men. His father was a very powerful man and family, and so was his mother. So I think families are, I tell people, build a family legacy. You just have to do it with intention and high IQ.
You must sacrifice someone to manifest. The universe will never give you something from nothing. That's not how it works. Nothing can only ever produce nothing. In order for you to receive something, you must give something up. And to say in another way, the universe don't give out no free lunches. Now, exchange is the basis of the universe. And like I said, in order for you to manifest, somebody must be sacrificed. And I don't mean you must go kill somebody. The person that must be sacrificed is who you currently are. You must sacrifice the way that you see the world, your thought patterns, what you react to, what you give your attention to, and most importantly, who you believe yourself to be. Once you sacrifice this version of you, you then allow the universe to exchange the version of the true reality that you want to step into. So, to go sacrifice.
That's crazy. One of my homeboys used to say, sacrifice is rather nice. And is. That just made me think about that. But anyway, like with everything that you want, you know what I'm saying? You want like a super athletic type body and stuff. You got to give up certain foods. If you want to, you know, be a doctor, like you gotta give up, you know, partying and stuff to study. You know, it's with everything that you do or want, you know, to achieve, there has to be some sacrifice. So yeah, let me know if you guys agree, disagree, but I don't think you can disagree with that.
I'm trying my best not to completely get emotional and fall apart here. But I just want to get up here and say this so some of y'all can catch this pimping real quick. Nothing. And I mean nothing. I mean nothing is ever going to convince me that paying homage and respect to my ancestors is evil, wrong, and bad. Because of them, I am. because of everything that I am is because of them. They've paved the way for so many of us, and I'd be damned if I sit up here and I call them demonic and evil when they had to live in a world and an existence that already treated them as if that they were even a fraction of a human being. I refuse. And if I am made in the creator's image, so are my ancestors. And I can never sit up here and believe that divinity wants me to believe that my ancestors are evil and demonic. I would not be. My mother is an ancestor. I could never believe that she was demonic. Because of her, I am. She portaled me here. How could anybody ever do that? I would never make them feel so small and unappreciated. And for people to sit up here and say like the ancestors aren't real and they don't do nothing for you and they can't identify with this experience. They can identify with this experience in the human plight because they had to live it once. They paved the way. I will never are worthy of being honored. They are worthy of being remembered. And I would not dare sit up here and call myself a queen and tell them in the same breath that they are demonic. I know thyself. I know where I come from. I know where my lineage is. I know how ancient we are. I know. And nobody could ever take that away from me. I know what my lineage is, and I am so grateful they chose me to be their champion. I am so grateful they chose me to be their champion. I honor them.
All your bloodlines live inside of you. Not just the trauma, not just the pain, but all of the gifts, all of the magic, all of the ancient, primordial, ancestral wisdom. It's all inside of you, inside of your blood, inside of your bones, inside of your DNA. Once you can clear out all of the pain, all of the lack and trauma, you can sink into that wisdom that transcends time and space, that was sent here directly for you. The gift, the key to the vault inside of you, so that you can open up to all the magic that has always been yours.
So who are we?
We are the gods and goddesses of this earth, of this realm. But we don't come from this realm. I remember a lot of my past lives. Like I know for a fact that I'm from Orion's belt. You have some people that's from Pleiades. You have some people that's from Sirius A, Sirius B. We have to realize that we are eternal beings, eternal creatures. Death is an illusion. All death means is that you're no longer sustaining this vehicle, but you have many different vehicles. There is no dimension of densities where you can travel to. Even in your dreams, you're in the body, right? When you're daydreaming, you're in the body. There is no dimension where you're not in the body. It's just different types of bodies you inhabit. You have terrestrial bodies, you have celestial bodies, and you have aquatic bodies, because all of us come from the water. You see what I'm saying? So if I ask who we are all. We are consciousness. We are God experiencing itself in 7 billion different people because it wanted to experience its creation. If you were all knowing and omnipotent and all seeing and you created something, you will want to experience what you created. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. How can you do that if you don't inhabit a body because you're a consciousness? What the mind will do is create a body to experience reality. What do you think the reason for hands for? If I can touch things, you know the best analogy, look at a baby. A baby runs around, put everything in his mouth, uses hands for everything, on his knees, it gets into everything. Why? Because it's using his body as a toolbox to figure out reality, to experience. We are here to experience. So who we are God. We are consciousness experiencing itself in a physical, terrestrial, or celestial form.
And we go.
Dang, he put that together, didn't he? Let me know if you guys agree with what he's saying. I know that's pretty deep, for some people, but for a lot of us, he said what he said.
The fact of the matter is that you have to start accepting that Earth angels are very real. You see, they usually derive from the O negative blood type. And think about the allegory of that. The allegory is that you can give your blood to any person here on Earth, but you can only receive the O negative for yourself. You see, what people don't really talk about that there's two main characteristics of the O negative blood type. And you want me to share that with you? Well, here you go. The majority of you people that have the O negative blood type has a lower heart rate. Cold. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different. And then there's another one, which is a little bit rarer, not very common, but they get warm and they have high blood pressure. You see, I can go into a car, dead of winter, and it can start steaming. Everybody.
I ain't gonna lie, that was creepy. I don't know what it was about, but that was creepy. Like, I don't know, you know. His point was whatever.
Hey, you are royalty, bro. You feel me? You very rich. You got a lot of inheritance that's been passed down to you from your ancestors, bro. You feel me? You are the one that came to break the curses within your bloodline, bro. You feel me? So it's only right if you receive inheritance. It's only right if you receive this wealth and abundance. It's always been within you, bro, but it's been kept hidden from you, bro. They didn't want you to know how abundant and rich you was. You feel me? Because if they had that, if you had that, if you knew that, I'm only imagine what you could do with it, bro. You feel me? Now this inheritance that you about to receive, feel me? Have fun with it, bro. Now it's no way you can blow it because how much it is. But I'm gonna let you know, just have fun with it, my nigga. Cause there's been times, I know it, look, it's been times where you couldn't do what you wanted to do. You couldn't get what you wanted to get. You wanted that drip. You wanted to see it. You couldn't even buy you couldn't even buy you something to eat, goddammit. So the money that you about to receive for all that hard work that you done put in, my nigga, cause look, you deserve it. You done put a lot of hard work in, bro. You broke curses. Nigga, you broke do you know what a curse is? You broke curses. You broke a generational fucking curse. You honestly think you not gonna be blessed, bro? You about to, dude. This shit that's coming for you, bro, just be prepared and just know that, listen, bro, just have fun with it, my nigga. Just have fun, bro. Help those in need. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Those that didn't want to really help you, you feel me, it's the ones in your life, it could be family, whatever. They didn't want to help you your whole life. They were just acting weird towards you. I'm going to let you decide what you want to do with that, bro. I'm going to let you decide what you want to do with that. You feel me? I could tell you, look, fuck them, don't do shit for them. You remember how they treated you? Or I could be like, you know what, man? You decide with that. But what I will tell you that I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. Look, man, I'm so thankful that you came and you broke them curses for your bloodline, because they needed you, bro. You feel me? They've been waiting on somebody to come and do it, goddamn it. Them other motherfuckers, they couldn't do it. You feel me? It was too hard. You came and did it. So you feel me? That heritage, we got you, my nigga. Peace, love, and hey, like I said, have fun with your shit.
Look at my face. Take a real good look at it, right? The tone of my skin, right? The bone structure, the shape of my nose, the depth in my eyes. This ain't foreign. This ain't imported either. This is native. I'm not just from here, I am here, and my presence is the proof. My blood predates the borders, and my reflection holds the memory of this land before it was stolen and renamed. They told us our story began on a boat, but nah. My story was already rooted in the soil before a boat ever touched the shore. Before any constitution, before any colonies, before they even named this place America, we was already here. Farming it, naming it, loving it, protecting it. They tried to reclassify us, rebrand us, break us from the knowledge of self, but you can't erase what's been written on the bones. You can't white out what's been tattooed on the soul. They tried to ship our history across the ocean and erase it with a story that never quite fit. But look at me, right? Take a real good look at me. This ain't no borrowed identity, baby. This is the original.
Sometimes you're the healer of your bloodline and you don't even know it. You grew up feeling different, like you didn't fully belong to the people who raised you. You're the first to seek God, healing, or therapy, while others run from accountability. Your presence calms chaos, but your absence exposes dysfunction. You feel drained after family events because your energy carries the weight of everyone's unspoken pain. You've broken cycles in silence that nobody even acknowledged. Addiction, anger, poverty, codependency. People always open up to you, even strangers, because your energy feels safe. You're sensitive to vibes and tone. Your nervous system was trained in survival. You carry a wisdom your age can't explain. You know things you was never taught. You feel pulled to help other people heal, even when you still healing too. You've been scapegoated, misunderstood, and resented because your growth made people confront what they've been avoiding. You've been told that you too much or you care too deeply, but it's because your spirit doesn't move surface level. You've grieved the family you wish you had and made peace with the one God gave you. You forgive, but not because they deserve it, but because you refuse to carry that burden into your future. You crave peace more than attention, growth more than gossip, God more than validation. Your healing is disrupting generations of pain. You are not weak. You are the assignment.
Wow. That was absolutely confirmation for me. I'm over here like, excuse me, lady, do you know me? Like, where? Sheesh. Anyway, let me know if you guys are healers, and let me know if, you know, that resonated with you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But she was reading me my rights just now. Yeah.
Some bloodlines get blessings, others get monitored. If you're RH negative, your lineage is on a watch list, and it's not just government eyes. If you're carrying ancient DNA, womb codes, architect roles, you're automatically on a grid list because your frequency has the power to shift timelines. There's a whole spiritual system of watchers, tractors, and interceptors and recorders that observe your moves. If you ever felt spiritual eyes on you, you're not wrong. And the ones I listed, such as the watchers and the interceptors, I'm going to list the 4 of them on the screen, and I will break them down with each one of these factions, if you want to call them, right? What each one of them does, what their positions, what their role is on surveilling you. So I hope this video was informative, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Y'all notice how people are getting weirder and weirder? Do y'all notice how people are becoming more envious? Do y'all notice how people are becoming more lustful, more greedy, more corrupt? Do y'all notice how people are slowly losing their mind? Do y'all notice the moves our government are making? Do y'all notice that they're changing the laws just about every other day? Do y'all notice that prices are skyrocketing? Do y'all notice the new animals that are appearing? Do y'all notice what appear to look like stars stopping and moving, stopping and moving? Do y'all notice that time is speeding up? Do y'all notice that they're blocking out the sun more often? Do y'all notice the glitches in this matrix? Do you?
I bet you guys didn't know that your hands actually have different chakra portals and different portals of energy. You are able to actually manipulate energy with your hands, do meditations, and focus on the magnetism. So many times I would actually do these meditations and feel the magnetism within my hands, especially if you are someone who knows that you do Reiki, or you know you have the ability of Reiki, you will specifically aid in this. But one thing I definitely want to talk about is rubbing your hands together as fast as you possibly can, because that is going to create an energy, right? That's why it's hot. That's going to create an energy. Using that, spreading your hands out and manipulating the energy. So do know that I'm telling you, like, this world is so fake, bro. Like, you're able to do whatever you want. Just pay attention, bro. Like, everything you see in TV, it's about reality to a certain extent.
One of the most unpopular opinions about spiritual enlightenment is realizing you have nothing to learn, which is ironic because you spent this entire journey looking for knowledge, looking for information, looking for understanding. One of the craziest realizations on this journey is realizing you already had all the information within already. You just weren't taught how to tap into it. Growing up, we're taught that you have to seek knowledge outside of yourself. You have to seek understanding outside of yourself, which is far from the truth. All it does is get you further away from yourself. Meditation, it really is the key to understanding truly. We aren't taught to meditate in this world, especially in this Western world. We're taught to seek everything externally outside of ourselves. And I believe that's one of the biggest misunderstandings about Western spiritualism, is you have to seek everything outside of oneself, when all that does is get you further away from oneself.
A lot of times people be wearing their guilt. That's why whenever, you reach a certain point of enlightenment and you're around people and they not being themselves, it's because they guilty. They shame. And they not ready to face it. But what they gonna do is deflect. They gonna do everything in their power to gaslight you. But you don't worry about that. They gonna call you crazy. They gonna call you odd. But this is one thing I learned. When people calling you crazy, you gonna look crazy explaining yourself. If you arguing with a fool, somebody walk in the room, they ain't gonna be able to tell who the fool is. You know what I'm saying? What's really crazy is whenever they telling themselves the same thing over and over and over, and you don't explain yourself. So it's like, who really look crazy? For real.
If you have ever felt like your mind works differently than other people, this message is for you. You're not imagining that. Most likely, you've been hardwired for a higher purpose. Guys, chosen ones aren't just spiritually set apart. Your brain is literally built different. Science shows that some people have stronger neural pathways for pattern recognition, emotional depth, and reading subtle cues in the environment. This is why you can sense the energy in the room before anyone speaks. It's why you notice details that others miss, and why you sometimes carry the weight of things that other people can't see. This isn't weakness, this is by design. God gave you a nervous system that is tuned like a prophetic instrument, picking up signals that most people can't hear. David said this in Psalm 139. He said, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Guys, that wasn't poetic, that was neurobiology. The way that you think, feel, and process is not an accident. It is divine architecture for your divine purpose. Now, if you've always known that your mind was a little different, drop a brain emoji in the comments. And if you don't mind, I want you to confess something in the comments. I want you to say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Make sure you share this. Make sure you follow, because in part 2, I'm going to show you how prayer literally rewires your brain. And I'll see you in the next video.
Wow, that explained a lot for me too. We are cooking right now. Y'all hit the like button, you know what I mean? Like if he said anything that resonated with you as well, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know. Yeah, share this, and yeah, we cooking. It's a lot. But let's get back to it.
What's up, y'all? It's your guy, Marmayat, and this is how you reprogram your mind and use your mind to bring order to your mind, body, and spirit. You feel what I'm saying? Alright, so we all know that during this living in this matrix, during this experience we've been having, we've been programmed with a whole bunch of things and indoctrinated with a whole bunch of mindsets that are not beneficial to us. But one of our purposes is to reverse those mindsets and put back better mindsets. You feel what I'm saying? We're supposed to reprogram our mind. We're supposed to rewire our mind and do neuroplasticity on our minds. You feel what I'm saying? That's the rewiring of your brain. And once you rewire your brain, you can use your mind to to help tell your spirit how to operate, to tell your emotions how to operate, to help tell your mind how to operate, to help tell your body how to operate. You feel what I'm saying? Example, you seen monks train themselves to not feel pain. They're able to walk on coals, puncture themselves with needles, punch walls and trees and shit, and not feel pain. They also train their body to get stronger. You feel what I'm saying? By their mind, by using the power of their mind, their body got stronger. Your spirit also does the same. This is how you do it, okay? For one, you become conscious of all the motherfucking wrong shit that you have been indoctrinated with. All these detrimental mindsets, you have to reverse those. You have to become conscious of them and go against them. Like I give an example. One mindset is you should love people to death. You feel what I'm saying? That's cap. You should love people to life. I'm gonna make a video on that, by the way. So by doing that, instead of loving things to death, example, like instead of buying a pair of shoes and loving them so much that you wear them every day and fuck them up, you buy a pair of shoes and you love them so much that you preserve them to the best quality that you can. You feel what I'm saying? That will be rewiring that part of your brain, rewiring that action and putting a better action in its place. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of you making a routine to eat some junk food every day, you make it a routine to work out. That will be rewiring your brain. To rewire your brain, you have to go against the current program that's currently in and put a better program in its place. You feel what I'm saying? Because your brain is a computer and a navigational system for the three-dimensional realm. So with that being said, use that shit like it's a computer. Reprogram your computer with better programs. You feel what I'm saying? Make those programs beneficial to you. Feel what I'm saying? Take those viruses out and implement some good programs or motherfucking cleaning software in. And then once you reprogram your brain and rewire your brain, you feel what I'm saying? You can start telling your mind, body, and soul how to operate better. You can start programming your mind to be more calm during stressful situations. You can program your body to be more generate itself better, and also to not take pain as much, also to detox itself more. You detoxify yourself. You can reprogram your emotions to not react to everything. You feel what I'm saying? And also learn that your emotions are just like signals to tell you what's right and what's wrong. Example, you can reprogram yourself. Instead of getting mad when you hear some truthful shit about yourself, you'll be thankful. You'll be grateful. You feel what I'm saying? You'll feel a different feeling on the inside instead of anger. You feel what I'm saying? You'll feel gratefulness, like, thank you for telling me this so I can fix this shit. You can also, once you get to a certain point, reprogram the energy in your motherfucking body. You can use the energy in your body with your mind. Use your mind to direct the energy inside your body and move it in certain places like the monks do. How they able to make fire or blow some shit over without touching it, or be punching trees and shit without feeling the shit. You feel what I'm saying? They are in tune with their mind, their body, and their spirit. So hope this helps. Check out my
6 is the number of time, space, and matter. 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute, and 24 hours in a day. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Altogether, that's 666. The cube has 6 sides, and this is the geometric shape which gives rise to matter. Everything inside of the physical world has 6 sides: up, down, right, left, back, and forward. We live in a 3-dimensional physical world where everything has 6 sides. The cross of Jesus is an unfolded cube. In Mecca, they worship the black cube. And the famous toy of Jack in the Box. Cube symbolizes the physical plane, the triangle symbolizes the ethereal plane. In order to project our consciousness outside of the physical plane, where we are not bound by time, space, and matter, you have to think outside the box. It's truth in plain sight. We are Jack in the Box. The North Pole of Saturn, you have the cube. Add up all the sides, it creates a 6-pointed star with 6 mini triangles and 6 sides, 666. We are created out of carbon, and carbon is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. The body is the mark of the beast because this is the mark of time, space, and matter. Our consciousness is hexed into time, space, and matter. And that's why the Bible says Satan, who is the god of this world. Satan is Saturn. Saturn is the god of this world. Saturn is pretty much the computer that we are in.
What is enlightenment?
One moment. What happened to good day and hello?
Good day and hello.
Thank you.
This is my first time hearing you in person.
Oh, all right. It is our first time hearing you as well. Enlightenment, in the most simplest possible way I can state it, is simply the willingness to lighten up. All you have to do is lighten up on yourself. Raise your frequency by doing so, and you will have a broader perspective that allows you to see that everything is connected, that everything is one. And it is fundamentally, to answer your question in the most direct way possible, fundamentally this attribute, the ability to recognize everything as one and apply that recognition in your life, that constitutes the experience most people on your planet refer to as enlightenment. Does that answer your question?
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all hear that? Lighten up. it's crazy because when he started talking about like treating everything as one, Jesus, aka Yeshua, aka Yahshua, aka Yahweh Shai, whatever name you say, said the same thing. He said the same thing. Basically, just by saying, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Like, just because we're all connected. We are one. So now I get what has happened here. We've all been bamboozled and hoodwinked. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that.
Hey, you want to know something that would really keep your frequency elevated? Talking to yourself, calling upon your spirit guides. Like, as kids, we had imaginary friends. You feel me? That shit real. We really was talking to real spirits. Real spirits, and we was happy as a bitch to talk to them. You feel me? I don't know about y'all, but me, I enjoy imaginary friends more than real people. Because they relate to me. Magical, whimsical, nigga, they relate to me more than people. So, it's like, call upon your spirit guides. Call upon your guardian angels. You feel me? I be having dragons, I be having fairies with me, nigga. I'm a fairy king. I'm a fairy king. Did you know that? I'm a king of the fae. The council be fucking with me. The elemental spirits be fucking with me when I be airbending. I be airbending, nigga. I be one with the wind. You feel me? Man, talk to yourself. Keep yourself company, because that connection with yourself is gonna have you having clarity every moment in your world. You don't gotta ask for validation, reassurance from anybody. You talk to yourself. You talk to yourself. And you love yourself, you hold yourself. Not just touch yourself. If you do that in reverence of yourself. You worship and you love just the infinite universe informed through you. Read the entire universe. There's so many goddamn dimensions of different allies, lovers, fucking partners, fucking companions, fucking soldiers, fucking just, oh my god. It's like Marvel. It's like Marvel for real. Like multiverse is real through you. You've been so many different beings throughout the cosmos, not just past lives on Earth. Are you crazy? Oh man, you better go and void and you better call upon them. I love you. Love yourself too.
Oh my goodness, I love his energy. It was he gotta be of the Fae people instead. Like, yeah, he got beautiful energy. Anyway, I talk to myself all the time, so you know, you might as well give me my tin hat. You know what I mean? I'm talking to myself right now. But you know, I completely agree that you got to talk to yourself, you know, and you know, encourage yourself, uplift yourself, tell yourself, you know, how beautiful you are, how strong you are, how resilient you are, how powerful you are, how mighty you are, you know, love on yourself. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that.
They said don't look at the sun. Fuck that. I am the sun. And I'm gonna gaze at the sun all day, every day, as long as I please. Sun gazing is how you become truly enlightened.
If you are a 9 ether being, you do not die. A 9 ether being source of creation is dark matter feminine energy. Dark matter feminine energy is the source of all natural things to this universe. And the fact that us 9 ether beings come from dark matter feminine energy, it makes us multi-dimensional etheric beings. Meaning you cannot die, you can only transform. The human beings, they are a one-shot species. When they perish, that's it, they're done. But you do not die. When the flesh falls, the solid, you transform back into your plasma state, which is dark matter energy or dark matter feminine energy. And from there, you transform into a gas state, which you would know as a spirit or a ghost. And from there, you will transform back into your liquid state, which you know we are made of water. And then at the end, you will rematerialize as a solid in the physical. We do not die. We are multi-dimensional beings. We come from the most powerful beings to ever exist, the most divine beings to ever exist. They gave you the lie of death and hell and religion to keep you trapped in a low frequency of fear. For fear is not a mind state, it's a frequency. When you are stuck in that frequency, you cannot ascend. You stay trapped in this lower vibration. And this is why they force things on you like religion and try to scare you with fairy tales of hell and Gehenna. If you are indigenous to this planet, you do not die, for you are a 9 ether being. Peace to the gods.
Once I did my 24-day fast, things started to get really, really weird. Like, once you stop eating, once you stop drinking, smoking, all of that, it's like the veil comes off. It's like everything, you start to see everything that they lied about, basically. And I see they like to say, well, if you see certain things, you're just hallucinating. How can you be hallucinating when there's nothing? When you're not eating, you're not drinking anything. I literally went on a 24-day fast. I say around day 10. Around day 10, things started to get a little weird. I started to see certain things I had never seen before. I started to just notice things, even from the TV. Even from watching the TV, I could literally see the spirits come from the TV. Like, I don't know if it's like a hologram. I don't know what it is, but something was coming from the TV. I started to see my ancestors. I see my mom. My mom passed 2016. I see my mom. I see my grandma in my home. I seen some things you wouldn't believe. I seen my ancestors fighting for me, things that was around me. Like, it was almost like I was speaking to them. Like, when I tell you, it has a lot of great benefits. Don't get me wrong. The 24-day fast, it changed my life for the better. I literally healed myself in 24 days of not eating. It changed my whole life. From now, I never get tired. I never get tired. I feel like I'm so in tune with reality that you just can't cast an illusion to me, you know? I would literally be outside grounded and I would see the sky open up. I would see things come from the sky. It was so much. It was so much that it was even times where it was things that I seen in my home that it was like people, but they don't look like humans because they have a suit on. It's like a whole suit. It covers their face, everything. And I know this might sound crazy. I know it might sound crazy, but I started to realize that I was being protected by more than what I knew, if that makes sense. More than what I even knew what was around me. Because like I said, the veil came off. So now I'm really starting to see this. I'm really starting to see that it's literally everything is spiritual. Everything. We are spirits. There's things going on around us that a lot of people don't even know. And they probably don't want to know. They probably don't want to know. I'm just letting you know that this is one of the things that you can look forward to. I started to have dreams. I had a problem with sugar. Sugar was really tough for me to stop eating sugar. Like, I've been addicted to eating sweets since I was a child. So now I'm on this fast to where this is my first time since I was a child not having sugar in 24 days. By day 10, it got to the point to where I was literally dreaming of, you know, demons trying to feed me red velvet fried Oreos and just different sweets that I liked. It was different people that I knew that were in my dreams. This is how I knew the people that weren't for me, because I would see them in my dreams and they were literally trying to feed me the sugars. And I would wake up thinking that I ate it and I didn't, you know, but I just realized how, listen, all of this stuff is like, is kind of like a drug, even when it comes to the food, because none of it is really natural. So once you eliminate all of that out of your body, you start to see that as a person with the melanin, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things that they don't want you to know about you. We do have powers. Yes, we do. There's a lot of things that Black people can do that people just wouldn't even believe, because we've been taught not to believe in ourselves. But once you do tap into that, to believing in you and knowing that you are capable of doing anything, because if we are, there is a creator of all of this, but we are made in that image, which means we are gods and goddesses. But it's important that you tap into that. You have to be the one to align that, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. Once it aligns, once you go into isolation, that's how you obtain that spirit of God, to where you are a literal God on this earth. And there's a lot of things that you can do. And don't let them tell you different. I'm here to tell you. I want to tell you guys like about an experience that I had with this fast that I went on. It was it started off as like, just, you know, I was just trying to just like, I was like, honestly, I was kind of sick of food, you know, because I was eating so much. I was going through something. I was depressed, and I was like, yo, I'm sick of this, you know what I mean? But it turned out to be one of the most beautiful and most spiritual experiences that I've ever had. Like, it was a dry fast, mind you. I didn't have nothing for 10 days. And yeah. Whew. Yeah, I don't even want to, because it's too long. So maybe I'll like share it in another video or in a live sometime or something. But if you guys have had any experiences with fasting and, you know, certain enlightenments and stuff that you've reached from fasting, let me know. If you want to share your stories and stuff, leave it in the comments or something.
When you starve the body and the physical of all of the things that make us weak, then you tap into your true light, bro. It's something that our ancestors do. It's something that we forget, because our memory gets white and shit, but we forget the things that we were born with, you know, our ancestors practice. You're gonna face so many parts of yourself that you didn't even know was there. You're gonna face your demons, you're gonna face your emotions, you're gonna face your fears, you're gonna face your desires, your fleshly desires, your human desires. You're gonna face all of things that you're so used to, your comfort, everything. It's gonna push you to levels that all you have to lean on is God. And that's the key of fasting, right? That's the key, is to really connect you to a space where consumption isn't even something that you need. I do believe that at one point we didn't need to consume things to even live. You know, we can live off of consciousness alone. But that's a whole other conversation, obviously. But I do believe that we didn't need to eat. We didn't need to consume other living, aware, conscious beings to actually survive. The first fast I did was for 26 days, bro. I was doing an organ cleanse. There's no other way to experience spiritual awareness and evolution like fasting besides fasting. Just did a 20-hour shift. I almost made it. It's like, nah, like as men, we gotta redefine what true power is. Especially in this where we are now, we need as much energy and quarter as we can get to get through what's happening right now. Your energy is the new currency. There's a wave of shifts that's happening that's going to make a lot of people rich really quick. And if your mind is not on the frequency of like what's happening and thinking forward, you might miss out. You might have an idea right now that you're sleeping on, but because they're focused on feeding their senses and feeding, they're not even thinking about this shit. They're like, oh, I'll get to it. Like, nah, like somebody else gonna do that idea and become a billionaire. Because you're not focused right now. This is the time of focus. We don't need more time, we need more focus.
Hey, shout out to Mario. I know that's right. I know that's right. Go ahead.
You are not a body. You have a body. This is just a suit of clothes, a costume you're wearing right now to play this part, this role in this stage play that you're involved in. Everything is an illusion. Nothing is real. I've had people go through the death experiences, and after they've died and they're on the spirit side, they look back at the life and they'll say, it was just a play. I can see all the actors on stage getting ready to come out and play their parts. I can see the actors in the wings getting ready to come on. And they said, but when I was there, it was so hard and so difficult. But now that I'm on the other side, it was like a blink of an eye. We get caught up in the illusion. So you are the producer, director, and actor in your own play. You're also the script writer. But the script is being written as it goes along. You know what that means? You can change the script anytime you want. You're the writer. You're the actor. You don't like the way the scene is going? Change it. This is how much power we have and we don't realize it.
Okay, so I said something in a previous video along the lines of us being stars and co-stars of a movie script in this life. You know what I'm saying? And some of us just being supporting actresses and being, you know, some of us just being extras. But literally, you are the producer of the film. You are the filmmaker. You know what I'm saying? And like she said, you can always change the script. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It blows my mind that came up right after the, but I guess it's not so crazy because this is the script I'm writing. Let me know what you think about that.
Somebody is getting ready to learn a lesson. Somebody, you do not mess with a child of God. You don't make and let me rephrase that. I mean, you shouldn't be messing with a child of God because everybody is a child of God. But the main point that I want to stress, you shouldn't be messing with an anointed person. When you mess with just a regular Joe child of God that has no connection, no communication with the spiritual realm and stuff like that, oh yeah, you're going to have a field day in that person energy because you're able to manipulate them and get them to do all types of stuff. Not an anointed person, not an earth angel, not a star seed, not somebody that is awakened, not somebody that know what they're doing. And it's like, you know, when you put yourself in that situation, you done fucked up and you found out.
Please don't pluck around and find out like he said. But nevertheless, this concludes today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Give this video a big thumbs up. Shout out to all the creators. Go like, follow, and comment on their videos. And as always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Be blessed. Peace. Out. Thank you for being a real one, for being a chill one, for hitting the sub button. Thank you for showing me love. Yeah, y'all some good vibes.